I just wanted to jump on here real quick, and I've got an excerpt that I want to read for you from my new book, More for Mom, Living Your Whole and Holy Life, and it comes out April 2nd. I'm going to pick up in More for Mom, Chapter 5, after I share a story about the first time I met one of my oldest daughter's teachers at the curriculum meeting at the beginning of the year, where they asked for volunteers for Room Mom, and I felt this immense pressure to volunteer. So here we go. If you are in public education and or volunteer your time to your kids' school, major kudos to you. Crafting, administrating, and being around kids more than I already have to does not fall into my realm of spiritual gifts. I want it to be, but it's not. And if I'm honest with myself, I only want it to be because I think it should be. How's that for confession and conviction? But it's what all the good moms do, right? The Pinterest perfect moms. They volunteer as room mom and put together goodie bags for each student on the field trip. They know their child's teacher on a first name basis and can cut up and joke with him or her. They make homemade, wholesome breakfast, lunch, and dinners every day. They wash behind their kids' ears before church. Heck, they wash their kids, period. They have well thought out chore charts and systems to help teach their kids proper responsibility. They are the mamas who do all the things society thinks they should, and they do them well. I want to be that mama. But my kids hardly ever have their hair brushed, let alone clean, and I hardly ever cook. Bring on the drive-thru. I can barely remember my kids' teachers' names, and I'm extremely lucky if I make it to field day. The Pinterest perfect mama will never be me. Sure, I can post pictures on Facebook or Instagram that sort of look like me acting as her, but here's the truth. I am not her. What some of these moms enjoy doing, I find pressure in. The Pinterest mom has her way, and it's great. And I have my way, and it's also great. The style of life is not what is most important. I refuse to believe that because I don't meet, let alone exceed, the expectations placed on me by other people, or even myself, that I'm not a good mom. I also refuse to believe that because you do volunteer as room mom, or do anything else I listed above, that you aren't either. Expectations do not define what makes a good mom. No, I think the good moms are the ones who follow their dreams, work hard at whatever they do, love their people well, and give Jesus all the credit and glory along the way. These are the moms who are doing the thing day in and day out and doing it well. Even if we eat fast food most days, running between lessons, or don't fight it when our 2-year-old puts on her winter sweater and pants in the summer heat. Even when our kids yell an obscenity as loud as they can at the library or church because they heard mommy do it the night before, or they make a poor choice in who they hang out with after school. Even when we have to enlist childcare and babysitters or other carpooling moms to help with the madness of our schedule. It's when we can laugh at the shenanigans we endured just to make it to dinner time that day. It's when we stand up for ourselves and protect our schedules by not saying yes to another thing. It's when we discipline our teenagers or toddlers in an unconventional way for their poor behavior in order to teach them consequences. Because maybe unconventional is the only way they'll learn. It's when we lose our minds screaming and yelling, but then are able to recognize our shortcomings and apologize to our families for losing our minds on them. I think that's what makes us good moms. And not just good moms, but godly ones. Ones who live a holy life, different from the rest of the world. And I don't believe the world's expectations of us or our worldly expectations of ourselves have any place to sit with us. We are not supposed to do anything with the world and other people as our final motivation. Instead, we can trust in this, Colossians 3:23 through 24. Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ. In the middle of our imperfectness, when we serve Christ in the way we love and forgive, both ourselves and others, we can throw all expectations out the door.